All right, happy Thursday. It is April the 15th, tax day. I can't believe my friends hadn't called me today. They're like, Bobby, file an extension for me. So I know I'll be filing extensions for people today. Did they move the extension up or the day up where you got to do an extension or something? I can't believe people are not calling me left and right. I do a few taxes for people and they go nuts about this time. Normally I do an extension, but I done got mine done, baby. Got mine done. Hope y'all have as well. All right, welcome in. Let me hide this. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. It's a beautiful day, y'all. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let me see this. Let me do, no. Let me do the privacy mode. Here we go. All right. Now, on my other account, I'm looking at moving to Tastyworks. But yesterday, they sent me this little letter, saying, oh, because you're a corporation, you're going to have to pay fees and all this kind of stuff. And I got upset, and I just told them, I said, just stick it. I'm not paying $142 up to $400 a month in data fees. I'm just not going to do it. I'm a little fish. Then they emailed me back and said, well, there's a way around it. You use your personal account, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to talk with them today and see if I want to do that or not. I'm not sure if I do. I will say this, though. I am enjoying the trade aspect of Tastyworks. It just seems like it doesn't take up as much, resources for everything. I'm having to keep this big, humongous, bulky Thinkorswim open. Y'all see how it slows down my system. Maybe I could pull in the same information I'm pulling in and pull it in through Google Finance or something. I don't know. I got a lot of decisions that we got to make, right? But I will say this, guys, the AIM portfolio is just on fire. It's just on fire. And I'm trying to say, is it because of the raging bull market, right? I mean, look, there's not a single position that we have open, and there are 12 of them, is in the red. I mean, that's just phenomenal to me, how well this thing is working so far. So as I have been doing, I've been making daily changes in this position. We're probably thinking that for most people, a monthly, sweep would be sufficient, or you may want to do a weekly sweep. But I tell you, I'm doing these these daily things. And as long as, I'm up $657 in a day, that kind of reinforces me, right? And goes, hey, Bob, that's a pretty good move you made yesterday, right? By reallocating among the funds. So in just 15 days, this one's up $2,300. So good. All right, now I want to answer this question someone had on YouTube. Now, keep in mind, before I go into the question on YouTube, y'all know what I say. I am the world's worst trader. There is nobody worse than me. If there is a hole in my yard, I'm going to fall in the hole, right? I will find the hole and I will trip and stumble. So I'm the world's worst. So if you're looking at some of my YouTube videos and you're going, oh my gosh, Bobby, you just, you the stuff, huh? No. I am not the stuff. And if you follow a single word that I say, shame on you. I mean, that's on you. But I did get this question and I wanted to address it. It says, and this is from Tony from Connecticut, I guess. Hey, Bobby, can you explain how your toss screen shows you up only $220 for the year, but you're telling us that you're making $1,000 per week? Thanks. All right. Thank you, Tony from Connecticut. It's a question, right? Great question. Matter of fact, you're giving me too much credit by telling me that the screen says that I'm up 200 for the year. Let's just go to the screen and we'll show you what this account says. All right, so it currently says, you said that you saw on the screen somewhere that said that I was up $200 for the year. No. Profits and losses, I'm down $64.65. This is a static number, right? So now I'm down 80, I'm down 78, I'm down 80. So what this is from 105 days into this year, from 1/1/21 to 4/15. So that's what it's showing you. So keep in mind when you go here that you will see profits and losses, the P&L year to date. And if you look at the big things that are down, right, it's that Goldman Sachs trade that we should have never been in. What is this? The Qs that we're in now, right? So that's a longer dated option out in time, all of those things. So you see that we're doing really good on SPX, but we're sucking on a lot of things. So no, don't. Am I making $1,000 a week for the last few weeks? Yes, I have. And those are what we call realized profits and losses. So realized means that we have closed a trade and we have either taken those profits and losses, right? They're on the books. But keep in mind, there is no doubt I am carrying a loss on my current open positions. There's no doubt on that at all, right? So Delta is 257, Theta is 157, Vega 82, and we're down 7,700 on those. But keep in mind, the significant amount of those are where? The Qs, the XSP, the diamonds, those are those hedge trades that we would figure that those long-term puts that we have are, in fact, losing. And indeed they are. However, if you look at them on the short side, the short ones that we're selling against them are positive. So we are selling short-term options against long-term options, right? And we're profiting on the shorts, trying to pay for the loans. So there's no shell game at all going on here. No one look and say, oh my gosh, you said you make it down. I am on the realized side. On unrealized, we are carrying some losses, right? Now, so we have had in this portfolio, we've had a lot of volatility. And one thing that I'm liking, now keep in mind, we're 15 days, 16 days into this campaign, right? 16 days into this campaign in a raging bull market where we have leveraged ETFs. You know, I don't want to necessarily get a false sense of security for anyone that, you know, this is why this one's doing well. But keep in mind that this has bonds, some bonds in it. It's got some real estate in it, right? It's got silver. What's UGL? UGL is Ultra Gold. It's got gold in it. What's this? Russell 2000. It's got the 20-year treasury. And there's a couple other things that you could put into this portfolio, right? It's got euro in it. It's got oil. It's got high yield bonds called junk bonds, right? Mid caps. It's got the NASDAQ in it. It's got the S&P Ultra 3 times real estate, silver. It's got the Dow. And it's got gold. So pretty diversified little portfolio here, right? All right. So I want to make sure everybody's on the same page. So there's no shell, nothing. I want you to know everything. I've showed you every single thing that I know. Now, let's look at the AIM portfolio that is doing so well. The other one, I'm making decisions on what I should do, if whether I should go to Tastyworks or not. I hope to get on the phone with them today. We'll figure out a few things. That's why I've not been adding new positions in there. But I have been closing some positions, okay? So, y'all, I loaded this to the spreadsheet yesterday, or to the website yesterday. So hopefully everybody got a chance to play with that. I'll probably upload this one today. As you know, it looks a lot, you know, I color-coded some things so that it would help me kind of see things, and I hit a lot of columns that we don't need to see. So we've got it now in a very, very manageable spreadsheet that you can pretty much see everything on the same page, right? The only thing that I did add is, I don't know, I just thought, hey, you know, as a nod to Tastyworks, they're always talking about IV rank, right? And I saw that IV rank is easily accessible, or I can find that number on the trading platform of Tastyworks. Very easy, right? So I entered these numbers into the spreadsheet, and then I thought, well, let's see how much of a weight I should put on it. So I had weighted beta at 14% weight, right? And then I initially did half and half. So I did 8 here and 7 here. What I didn't like is that it was popping up. My UMDD should be 13% of my portfolio. And I kind of finagled everything to where no one position is taking up more than 10%. Now, the only other change, and I think this is kind of brilliant, y'all. The only other change that I made is this, is I added our cash equivalents over here into this. I said, why don't we do the exact same thing with our cash equivalents to tell us if we should be holding more cash or less cash based on their performance in relation to the S&P 500. So I did add these two rows, right, since the upload yesterday, because I said those are two positions we're holding. Let me do the beta IV rank for them, their 5-day return, 1-month return, 3-month return. Then I even drew a big green monster on those. I looked at the linear regression on those. I looked at the 20, 50, and 200 on our cash equivalents. And check this out. It recommends 7% there and 7% there pretty much. 14% of our portfolio should be in cash. Now, remember the Robert Lacello latest revised method said we should have 20% in cash. Well, if this is about 14%, by doing this, I was able to say, well, wait a minute. If we're going to put these into this analysis, then we no longer need to be using only 80% of our portfolio, right? If we're going to throw these two in, which are our cash equivalents, we can pretty much go to 100% on our portfolio into all of these funds, right? Because it includes these two. But me being the non-greedy type that I am, went in here and said, no, Bobby, let's keep a little bit of cash on the side. So now, instead of using the desired percentage in stocks at 80%, which is on the spreadsheet that you downloaded if you got the one yesterday, I've gone and said, now we'll put 95% into all of these asset categories, which includes our two cash positions. If you don't want to hold these two positions, figure out something else. Make it cash, right? Just put 000 for the whole, whatever you want to do. So there's all different ways you can do this, or change this variable to say, yeah, I want to keep it in 80% in total cash. Then you wouldn't have these two funds here, which I'm considering cash equivalents, right? Oh, and junk. So now we've got 14% of our portfolio here in cash. Then, if all works out right, I've said to only invest 95% in this basket of 12 stocks, including the cash equivalents, which means I'm going to have 5% plus 14%, 19% in cash or cash equivalents. Pretty cool, huh? So that was the change that we made yesterday. If you don't agree with that change, you don't like the change, then voice it. I mean, we'll hash it out. So I added IV rank if you're coming in late, but only, gave a 1% to it. Because if I go and do a higher percentage, it was making UMDD be like 13 to 15% of the portfolio. I kind of like these, nothing over 10% and all the percentages equal to 100. So this morning, I didn't want to bore y'all by going through the thing. I will do it again if you want me to. I will go through and show you. The beta is automatically pulled in. Now, I did notice on the spreadsheet that I uploaded that it didn't have all of our stock names here. So if you want to, just put the name. It's in the same order. I've got these in the same order that they are on the dashboard, right? So you could just copy these and paste them in if you don't have this little under data, if you don't have the little stock button here, okay, to convert that to where it'll automatically pull in the beta. Then you can pull in the beta from Google Finance, or you can pull in beta from Thinkorswim using the formulas there. Now, here's the good part, all right? Here's the good part, is that I am really, really excited about AIM. I don't know if y'all can tell it or not. To a point that I want you guys to be excited about it as well. I'm not saying it's the one all be all. But what this allows you to do who have smaller accounts, right? So you've got an account of $3,000 or $2,000 or $5,000. And you're saying, Bobby, I can't sell all these naked options that you are selling. I can't do a daily campaign of the micro puts or micro calls. I can't do that. And even on those SPX 5-point wide trades, Bob, it's taking $500 of buying power every day that I do one of those. I can't do the trades. Here is our solution for smaller accounts. We can run this in a $2,000 account. We can run this in a $5,000 account. So I don't want anybody here to be frustrated, to say, Bobby, I can't do those trades, because I'm here for you. Although I am not the best teacher in the world, okay? Not nearly that. And I'm not as good a trader as, you know, people sometimes think that I might be, but I am pretty good with setting things up, right? So I will do one-on-one time with you to set your portfolio up. So you say, Bob, I don't know, man, I got $2,000. So I could put, you know, you got 10 of these here. So that's $200 a piece in those. That's in the lot, you know. So, well, maybe then we'll only have 3 or 4 of these, right? We can pare these down because I've got a lot of things that are kind of related, right? Or look at this beta 345 to 356, you know, those are kind of related, the high beta ones. So we could go in and maybe give you one stock, like a UPRO, right? We could give you an oil, we could do a gold or a silver, and then we could do maybe a bond and then a cash fund. So you could have maybe 5 different things if you've got a smaller account. I just kind of like carrying 10. I'm real comfortable with the 10 that I've got. Now, let's say that you want to do some of these other ultra products that are out there. Go to the ProShares website. You can get international exposure. You can get emerging market exposure. You can get, I mean, there's all kind of different funds out there that will allow you to come in and to fix you up a portfolio. So that's what I want everybody to focus on today. You go, Bobby, I can't do this. Oh my God, this is, what do I do? How do I weight this thing? So I want to make sure everybody, you get one-on-one time. We will set a portfolio up. We will use the spreadsheet. We will talk about what you think is important, like to weight. You say, Bobby, you're only putting 1% on IV rank. Man, that ought to be 20%. Then we'll fix that for you. Or if you say, I don't care anything about the moving averages, then all you got to do is go 0, 0, 0, right? You put 0 here, it won't even consider it. Bobby, I'm not drawing that stupid green monster. Put 0 there. Or you say, Smitty, I know you were dealing with some different technical analysis, you know, different technical things. Hey, that's fine, right? You sit there and say that I will use, you know, RSI, slow stochastics, you know, whatever you want to do. I will personally build your spreadsheet to create your program. Okay. So I'm meeting with Dee today, right? We're going to meet with, I think it's today, right, Dee? That you and I are meeting. So I'm meeting with, who am I meeting with tomorrow? Somebody. I'm not good at keeping up with stuff, but I'm meeting with everybody. So everybody, I don't care if we have to meet 20 times to get you up to date, you up to snuff with your portfolio. I'm going to help you. And this is a brilliant little diversification plan for a smaller account. Heck, it's a brilliant diversification for a larger account. Really, at this point, with the volatility I've been having in the other portfolio, I'm considering just using everything, shutting it all down, and putting it in the AIM program. I just think this is a brilliant, brilliant little plan. Okay, so I want to make sure that you all have an opportunity to set you up. Nobody get discouraged. I don't want anyone saying, Bobby, I can't sell all those naked options. Okay, you don't have to. You want to put leaps into your AIM program, do it. You want to put, you know, focus on, you know, poor man covered calls or whatever and do the AIM system, do it. But what I don't want you to do is to get frustrated. Because I know someone got frustrated. Someone got frustrated and was thinking, man, I can't do these big trades. I have a small account. And we've already said that Matt Jolly Wally, but when he is my age, that man is going to be ruling the world, right? I believe it in my heart. A guy who will pound the pavement to bring in a little extra money to toss into his account, right? Great family man, He works with kids. He coaches. Guy works hard. Guy does second job. He's throwing money into account. Let's fix something for him that is diversified, that is based in logic, that he can run, once a week, once a month, once a quarter, however he wants to do this little allocation over here, and have a good shot at outperforming the market. Now, Matt, if we set your portfolio up and you start underperforming the market, then you got to start looking, right? Maybe I've weighted things wrong. So you can play with this, right? This thing serves you. You don't serve it. It serves you. What do you consider important? So some of you guys are technical analysis guys, and you go, let me tell you something, Bob. The abandoned baby strategy, dude, that is the one all. And when the 200 moving average line crosses over an abandoned baby, that is all she wrote. Well, we can weight that 75%. We can write it in. We can code this for you so that you have your own diversified portfolio. Y'all ought to be getting excited right now, going, oh my God, you're telling me that I can set up a portfolio diversified with the things that I want. You don't have to have this garbage. You don't have to have any of this. I have it because I think this system does really good with big movers. Moving up, moving down. Let's move them, baby. Let's reallocate. Let's look at it. Let's see how we're doing. But you don't have to take any of this, or you can take all of it, or you can take every stinking thing. Take beta out, IV rank. We can put 10 different indicators for you and build you a system that tells you how many to buy, how many to sell, and get your portfolio adjusted to what you think is important. Do I know what I'm doing right now? Hell no, right? But let me tell you something. When what I did yesterday has already made it up $700 today, am I going to do another adjustment today? Well, you dang right. Until this thing doesn't work, right? And then I'll slow back a little bit. But I go, hey, wait a minute. Based on the changes that I did yesterday, that was pretty strong. Heck, let's do it again. Let's take its advice today. There's a couple things I need to do nothing in. And I know here's why some of these are bigger now, right? So we're buying a lot of shares and a lot of stuff because remember yesterday, I went from an 80% invested in stocks. Now I've gone to 100%. The only difference, make sure everybody knows, the only difference though is I'm including my cash and cash equivalents into this, right? So it's getting 13%. We're going to add another 5% just in cold, dead, hard cash. And then we're going to do these allocations here. So today's going to be a little frisky, right? Today will be a little frisky because of we're having to reallocate based on these things. And I was way too much in cash. Let's look at it. So right now, look at this. My stock value is 105%. My stock value is 105% of my portfolio value that I put in. So it's saying that I've made a profit on these particular underlines of $2,600, but my current cash is $1,700 negative. That's not really a problem because, you've got margin and things that you can buy extra stock. So that's not really a problem, but I'm over allocated, 105 to -5. So now I've included O and junk here at the bottom. On your spreadsheet, if you downloaded it last night, it doesn't include that, right? Because we were wanting to keep this 80. Now we want this to go from 105 to 95, right? And then 5% in idle cash. That's just sitting there in case we need to buy something. Now, I may come in tomorrow and go, that's not enough cash. That's not enough cash to hold in the account. Great thing is you can always, if you have an inkling up your butt and someone has called you from the Fed, you are on first name basis with Jerome. And Jerome tells you that, man, he's about to speak tomorrow and the market's going to go down 20%. Look, all you got to do is go here. What do you want in stock? I'm going down to 80%. See, you can change that. You can say, I'm going to 80-20 cash, or I'm going to 50-50 cash. So if you go to 50-50 cash, how much do you want in stocks? Change it here. Change that to 50%. And then you can come back over and your allocation will tell you what to do based on your desired percentage. How can I build anything any simpler to assist you in making your decisions. And I thank Robert Lucello in his book, but I think we're really onto something pretty exciting here that you can do in any size account. And the wonderful thing about this rebalancing that we're doing in this particular account is that there's no commissions. No commissions. Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, I think about how much commissions I've paid so far this year. Let me just look in this one account. Let's see if I can find it. Account statement. Account statement. It normally tells me somewhere. Let's see. Let me close that up. Options, fees, futures. Let's see. Here, I think this shows it. Account summary. Create alert. Hold on. Let's see if we can find it. Account summary. Then we have, look at this. Total commissions and fees, $877.73. Are you kidding me? And you're telling me that what we've got going on, we can do it with 0 commissions? My gosh, that's a no-brainer. So if you put $877 back into that account, then that's pretty strong. So this is diversification. It's available for large accounts. It's available for small accounts. We can do this in any account. Now, let me really blow your mind. I told you that we're going to keep 5% in regular cash, but there's a reason for it. We want all of our cash working, don't we? We want all of our cash doing something for us. Now, we've got a lot of things that are positively correlated in the AIM account. So what do we add to it? Somebody give to me. We've got a lot of things that are market related, right? We've got the mid caps, we've got the small caps, we've got the large caps, we've got the NASDAQ, we've got the Dow. What should we add to this portfolio? Oh, D, our thing is tomorrow. Is that right? Okay. I think I'm meeting with somebody today, I think. Someone give it to me. I want y'all to think. If we've got everything related to the market, what should we add to this portfolio? Come on, guys. We've been together 3 or 4 months. What are we doing? Y'all being quiet? I know Rick can't talk because he's in a meeting. So he's just got it sitting there.
About some gold.
What, Dwayne?
Gold.
I'm not exactly sure what you said, Dwayne. I think it may be a problem with the mic, but here's what we're going to do. See if this is what you were saying. Don't we need a hedge? Don't we need a hedge? A hedge would take up a maximum of 3% of our portfolio on a yearly basis. So we've left a little bit in here to where we could do our VIX hedge. That would provide us some hedging in the event that we get a market fall. Who knows if the market will ever fall again, right? It just keeps going up. It just keeps going up. One day that thing's going to go down. So we can add easily the VIX hedge to this campaign to give us a little bit more, let's say, diversification, a little bit more protection to the downside because we are trading ultra products, okay? So let's just kind of look here. Remember, this was the graph that had the underlyings, all of the underlyings and the cash and everything. So now I've fixed this to where it includes junk and O as well. So you can see that I'm over allocated in my cash positions, right? So I'm at $9,000 here. I've got too much in those cash equivalents. And that's the big reason that I am, I've got negative cash there. And I gotta trim that down. So that 38,000 is made up of those two amounts, 4472 and the 4478. So we need to add a hedge at some point, and we also need to get this thing lined up into my new 95%. So I don't know if y'all want me to. I'll do it. If you need it, y'all tell me. I have already gone in this morning and put the IB rank in. I went ahead and did the updated 5-day return, 1 month return, 3 months. I went and did a big green monster on all of these. I looked at the linear regression and I looked at the moving averages to come up with this percentage. Now, do you want me, because I'm glad to do it. What do I have? I've got nothing but time. Does anybody need to see me do any of these, to pull up any of these? If you do, I'll do it. We'll pull up the green monster. You may be, kind of new to the green monster. You may not, you say, Bobby, I don't even want to include that, man. That's just over my head. Somebody might say that, or I'm not comfortable with it yet. So y'all tell me what Jim, bonds. Yeah, let's see. What have I got here? Here's the 20-year, right? 20-year UBT of the 20-year Treasury. So we've got that in there. Any other bond type thing? But there's all kind of stuff that you can add. Let's go to the ProShares website. Hold on a second. Let's just look at that. I want y'all to see all the cool stuff y'all could be in. ProShares. Let's just show you all the kind of stuff we can get. So their little website. I try not to go up to the top because I don't want to Google to get advertising money. So products, right, at the ProShares website, proshares.com. So you go to the products website, and then let's see, open product filter. Let's see if we do that. So you can do equity, right? Here's the geared leverage and inverse. So let's say you want to do, I don't like inverse funds. They freak me out, right? So you can get one that goes up when the market goes down. That scares me. I have to think too much about that, and I don't have time to think. I don't have time. Okay, so we got equity, you got sectors, you got, and we're doing geared. Oh, heck. And take the inverses out again. All right, take the inverses out again. So go to the ProShares website. You pick your little deals, right? You pick the stuff that you want. But I think these give you really something good here, right? So there's decline of the retail store. If you think Sears is dead, right? It's got you something that you can do there. Short 20-year Treasury. Again, these negative little deals, I don't like dealing with those. I like the positive ones. So you can go, let's see. I think we can do that, and it'll give me the, here we go. There. So this will give you the ultra, the top ones, right? So we're in UDAL, we're in UMDD, it's 3 times leverage. TQQQ, URTY is 3 times the Russell. UPRO we're in. So we're in all 4 or 5 of these, right? We're in UBT. We're not in UST, but if you wanted the 7 and 10-year Treasury added in there to give you a little bit of further diversification in bonds, that you could do that. Geared equity. So there's basic materials. We are in oil, crude oil, right? You could do natural gas, consumer goods. Look at all this stuff you can do. We're ultra Dow, that's 2 times. We're in the 3 times Dow. Say you don't want to take that much risk. We'll go down to the ultra Dow, that's 2 times. ULE we're in, that's the currency. You could do China. If you're bullish on China, add that to your portfolio. International equity, commodities, there's gold, there's healthcare. If you're big on healthcare, put it in. Fixed income, equity sector. Look at all this stuff that you can just go in and create your little portfolio, right? So what I did is went in and got the highest that I could, the 3X stuff, and then I got a few 2X stuff. But you can do inverse, if you're, want something to go, if you think the market's going down, and when it goes up, down, market goes down, this little fund goes up, knock yourself out. I have to think too much for that, so I don't like doing those. But you got a whole list of different things. So Dwayne says, oh, I see, UGL is gold. Yeah, so UGL, let's find it again. UGL is gold. But say you don't want gold, you can do silver. We've got silver in mind. You can do, there's so much stuff, right, that you can add. This is a great little list of ETFs. And the cool part about these is, these that we're in, they're geared to the market. So the overall market's not going to go bankrupt. And we're not going to go bankrupt with this diversification. Whereas if you had Apple and, you know, fuel cell, which you're a big believer in fuel cell, Matt. I'm high on that. But fuel cell does have bankruptcy risk, right? I mean, it theoretically could go to zero. It probably won't, but it theoretically could. So I just said, let's be a little more conservative rather than doing individual stocks. I guess the only thing that I'm in an individual stock in is this real estate investment trust, which is O, that I'm using as a cash or cash equivalent. Okay. So I hope that you see overall, we've got a diversified portfolio, don't we? We've got a good diversified portfolio. Now, someone on YouTube also made another comment. Let's address that. I love addressing these questions. Let's try here with the comments. Give me just a second, y'all, because this is good learning. No content available. Not sure where it is, but anyway, the question on YouTube was this. Wait a minute, Bob, you said you're safer because you're only using 80% of the portfolio, right? Well, and the SPY portfolio that we're comparing against is 100%. This little fund here by this line is 100%, except for $263 in cash in SPY. But you're really taking on more risk because you are in the ultra leveraged products. Point taken, point received. Yeah, I could see how that is an obvious conclusion that I'm taking more risk. And that's one of the reasons that I think that we must implement the VIX hedge, especially with VIX as low as it is today. Yeah, you and I need to go in and start a hedge on this campaign with our extra little 5% cash that we're having. Now, let's see. The way it's looking today, you think it's going bankrupt. Is your little free sale going down? Oh, man, sorry about that. But hey, you're probably getting a trigger to buy more, right? I'm curious, Matt, if you're getting a trigger to buy more, because that's what the trigger should say, right? But then again, if you're using what I'm doing here, you know, and if it's falling out of favor, then our little allocation tab may tell you, you know, to allocate less to it and to, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see how our little strategy that we've developed with lots of thought and logic. Now, my logic may be just garbage, right? I told you, if there's dog crap in my yard, I got two, what are those dogs, y'all? Great Pyrenees dogs, 100 pounds apiece, two of them, big old teddy bear babies. And if they crap in my yard, I'm going to step in it. I can be looking and come in, next thing you know, I got dog mess on the bottom of my shoe. I'm going to find the dog mess. So here's the thing. I'm willing to find the dog mess. If you, on the other hand, want to paper trade this for a while, fine. I'm not a big on paper trading. I paper traded all of 2018 in one account. And, you know, I took it as seriously as I could, but I like it when I got money in the game. And I'm willing to take some risk. I'm willing to do the daring stuff, right? I think it's conservative. I think what we've got is conservative, but I don't mind taking risk. I'm a risk taker. I'm the guy that goes into the goat business to sell goats to the Cubans. Only problem is I can't get them to Havana. When you can't get them to Havana, you can't sell no goats, so you go out of business. All right? I'm the one that pays extraordinary amounts for little baby pigs, thinking that we're going to make a fortune in pigs. Those pigs ain't probably going to make me $1. All right? That's just me. I got the Charlie Brown cloud that follows me. The fact that y'all come here each and every day, I love y'all to pieces, right? But y'all know what you got with me. I am an open book. I tell you everything. There's nothing that you don't know. But I think what we got is a strong little strategy. Now, does anybody need me to look up any of this? Do you say, Bobby, I don't know where you get the 1 month return. Bob, I don't know where you get the 5-day return. Bob, I don't know where you get the 3-month return. Type it into the chat or talk to me. I want you to have this. Or, you know, if you say, let's just wait till we do our one-on-one, then I'm fine with that. But I want everybody to be comfortable with this. I want, Matt, you to do this during your lunch. I want you to be able to do this during your lunch. Because the amazing thing is, y'all are going to do some extraordinary things, right? So Ken's not with us today. I'm sure he's doing something with his wife today, but his wife is in the ministry. If his wife is in the ministry, that means Ken is in the ministry. No telling how many people he's going to touch with some of the nuggets that we get from coming together, right? That he will be able to. People don't know what to do with their money. They have no idea. Matt, he's a coach. He's going to be around young people. And the cool thing is, I wrote a program for teaching underprivileged kids with high math skills into an investing program, right? So that's something that I'm going to be reaching out to our local schools here to show those people who may not have the same chance as other kids, right? How that they can mathematically construct a program or a strategy such as this that's founded in logic, math, and statistics. So think about it. You got people in prison that are going to get out and that, you know, are going to hopefully have a job. Well, maybe they can acquire $2,000. Maybe they can acquire $5,000. Let's see if we can give them in a small account a way so that they can make, you know, returns that will be diversified, yet will give them an opportunity to at least perform with the benchmark, the S&P 500, and hopefully overperform. Cool thing is, y'all, the way we've got it set up now, if we start underperforming, we're going to know it, right? If we start falling behind, by gosh, we're going to know it. And we're going to say, okay, Will Robinson, danger, danger. It's time to adjust something, make a tweak. Let's do something to see what we can do, right? And you can test during these things too. So for example, you can set you up a test tab here that you're testing 50-50 portfolio or, you know, 100% portfolio or 80%. There is so much that you can do with this. There is so much that you can do with this. All right. So I don't want to overcomplicate this anymore, but I want you guys to be very comfortable with pulling your data in. Your data may not be my data. You may say, Bobby, you suck. I wouldn't follow any of these things that you have on there, but put me a stochastics on there. Let's weight it. Let's weight RSI. Let's weight average true range. Let's weight whatever. And I'll build it for you. I will build it for you with all the nerd technology behind this. As much, me and you may be on our one-on-ones, you know, Googling and YouTubing on how to find these formulas, because that's how I do it. I don't know how to, if you ask me to do this from scratch again, I couldn't do it, but I build it from, you know, I'll search Google and how do you do this and concatenate and all this kind of garbage, right? But this is your program. That's what I like about it. You can do this. You can individualize your program. You can pay zero commissions. You can allocate your funds and resources any dang way you like it. And you can put your own emphasis on whatever it is. If you want 20 things here, I'll build it for you. All right. I can build it for you. And I'm going to do that. So that's my pledge to you guys, because you guys are our team. We are a team. I am not the leader. I'm not the guru. I am the least of anybody here. All right. But if there is something that I can do to help you make money, then I'm here for you. All right. And we'll fix it any way you want. You tell me, I work for you. You tell me how you want it. So does anybody need to see anything here, how I'm doing it before we start making these little changes in the portfolio? Because I'm looking forward to seeing what this does. Okay. Well, let's do it. Let's start selling some shares, buying some shares. Let's see what this thing does. Now, yesterday, remember, we had a question about the wash sale and was it going to hurt us any? And the cool thing is realized profits. It tells you if it's realized profit or loss, the cool thing. And yesterday, everything was at a point where it was not an unrealized or realized loss. So there was no wash sale contingent. And I think that's what's going to happen going forward. If not, then you need to be in a tax sheltered account, like an IRA or some other, account that has tax advantages, or you have to be a trader with certain elections made so that the wash sale doesn't apply to you. Okay. So we got to keep those type things in mind, because we don't want you having wash sale losses and then you getting back into an underlying within 30 days after having a loss, right? Because that can cause some problems. That is over my head as well as far as taxes go. I just know that in my accounts, I'm not subject to wash rules because of the money that I spent with Mr. Green at Green Trader Tax. GreenTraderTax.com. You want to set you up an entity, or you got questions about taxes, you can get with him. It's a couple $100 for like a 45-minute consultation. He'll put you in touch with attorneys and accountants in your area. He'll send you up a nice little write-up about what you need to do as far as setting your own entity up and the taxes, and you tell him what you're trading, if you're doing bonds or stocks or options. I mean, he's really, really good. Very, very respected in the industry. GreenTraderTax.com. Okay, so let's start taking some, let's take a few of these little, let me close all that out, and let's see what our little thing is telling us today. All right, y'all help me keep it, because I want you to be able to do this in an hour every day. UMDD, buy share, Bob. Okay, let me move this close to this so we can do that. Buy a share of UMDD. Big money, y'all. So let's buy shares. So we hit on the ask of UMDD. Make sure you change this or you'll be getting you 100 shares. So we're going to buy one. Buy, baby, buy. And we are filled. All right. So then we'll go back to our recommendation, go to our second line, and it says, Bob, on UBT, you need to sell 2 shares. All right. Sell 2 shares of UBT. So we'll go to UBT. And we're going to hit the bid, right? So we're going to sell 2 shares. Shadanky chank. There we go. We got that done. Look at us. It's kind of exciting, isn't it? All right, so then we go to ULE. Bob, you're going to sell 28 shares. God, that's almost scary, isn't it? How many shares do I own? Let me make sure I own 28 shares. I mean, we're testing, right? We don't know if all this works yet or not. So it's kind of neat. Let's say we own 183 shares. Oh, heck yeah. We can do it, baby. So ULE, we're going to sell 28 shares. ULE, 28 shares. If y'all see me making a mistake, because, that's our biggest problem with this system, right, is us making mistakes. So we're going to sell 28 ULEs. If y'all ever see me putting in a wrong number or something, please speak up. I'm going to have an intervention with Matt over his fuel sale. I just feel it. All right, so we sold 28 shares there. Go back. Look at us, y'all. All right, let's see what silver. Let's buy silver, baby. We're bullish on silver. So we're going to buy 6 shares of AGQ. AGQ, buy 6 shares. So buy 6. Probably need to change that. I think you can probably work on your quantity and make it 1. So you ain't got to have that as 100 every time. So we're going to buy 6 shares there. Love this. I just love trading in this Tastyworks. That's why I'm really wanting to trade that other account in here. All right, so we bought those. So then we come here to URTY, and URTY says buy a share. Ding dong. All right, so we'll do that. URTY will buy 1 share as we get everything repositioned. URTY. Get the ask, and we'll find 1. 109.32. I love it. TQQQ. What are we doing here? Do nothing. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're going to sell 1 share of UDOW. Sell 1 share of UDOW. All right, now check this out, y'all. Realized profits today. See, nothing's negative yet. So we're going to, what did that say to do with UDOW? UDOW. Sell 1 share. UDOW. Sell a share. So we'll sell 1 share. We're out of UDOW. Let's go look at the realized profit or loss on that. We made 1106 realized profit on that one. All right. So all's looking good. No wash sale issues at all. UGL, buy 5 shares. So we're bullish on gold, right? Buy 5 shares of gold. UGL. Hit the ask. And we'll buy 5. No liquidity problems in any of these things, are there? They just work really good. So we bought 5 shares there. UCO, which is our oil, we're going to sell a share of UCO. Okay. UCO, sell a share. Hit the bid. Change it to -1. Let's go look at that and see what that one looks like. Positions, UCO, that's a profit, right? We don't have to worry about wash sale on that one. I like the way this is working out so far with the wash sale stuff, so we ain't got to worry about that crap, because that's certainly over my head. All right, so let's go to UPRO. We're going to buy 1 share of UPRO. Don't have a problem when we buy something, right? So we're going to click on the ask. I'll change her to 1. Buy, baby, buy. All right. Back to the spreadsheet. We bought that. Now here's the weird one. Try. We know we're over allocated in these. These are where we're going to take our little, hit for the day, because we've got to get out of these now that we're putting them into the weighted area and not just blindly carrying cash there. So we're going to sell 28 shares of O. 28 shares of O. O. Going to sell 28 shares. Shares of O. Boom. All right, now let's go and sell 18 shares of our junk. Sell 18 shares. 18 shares of junk. And you see, oh, we made a profit of $45.97. So profiting on all of those, all working well, right? So we'll go to junk. And my short-term memory is gone. We'll sell 18 shares of junk. 18 shares. And a dozen roses. Kathy Mattea. 18 wheels and a dozen roses. Love Kathy Mattea. All right, y'all. So now we've got all of our stuff done, right? But it doesn't know that we've got everything done. It's dumb. It would be great if we could just hook that up, right? Where we could get that all together. So why don't we record our little trades really quickly? Now remember, Rick brought up a great thing. Bobby, why don't you put the formula here so you ain't got to worry about this every time? The weird thing with Tastyworks is sometimes they throw a penny or two in there and throws that off. And y'all know me, I like it to be precise. So let's get this going. Let me open this up in the side where I don't have to show y'all each and every time. Just bring it over to the side. Put that in. Let's see. Where's my activity? There we go. So today's date, let me move my microphone. Filler today. All right, so it looks like today we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades. There was only one thing we didn't trade in, right? So that was kind of cool. So let's put these in very, very quickly. So we go to our AIM activity page. And I hope this isn't freaking y'all out because y'all are going to be able to do this, trust me, right? If you want to do this. So let's go to JNK. And we sold 18 shares, so negative 18 for 15.21. And the fill price was 109.23. And the credit on that was credit on that. And that would be so much easier if I knew what their algorithm was for. See, for example, the trade cost is not 166.4, but they charged us 4 cents in fees. So I say there's no commissions, but actually there is a little bit. So the credit that we received was 1966.10. So you make sure you got to put that as a credit, right? Now, is it new capital rebalancing? When we do it from that tab that I built, it is rebalancing, right? So make sure you tell it it's rebalancing. Let's pull that down. Pull that down. So we have sold 3 times in a row on that. So we should be 0.2. Yeah. All right, good. So there's our jump trade. Shouldn't take me long to put them in. Give me just a second. So then we go to O. And I'm looking forward to seeing what our spreadsheet says after we do this. So we did O, and we sold 28 shares, minus 28 for 15.21. And we did it at 66.52. And our credit there was $18.62.52. So those son of a guns, they charged us 4 cents. 18. Uh-oh, got to make it negative on it. Negative 18.62.52 is a credit. Make sure we do yes here. And pull that down. Hope y'all all having a great day. I'm excited about this, y'all. I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store with all this math and statistics we got going on. All right, so back to our activity. So we sold 28 shares of them. So then we made a trade in UPRO. And what did we do in UPRO? We bought a share, a single share, y'all. And we did it at 103.90. So that debit was, they didn't charge us a single dime there, so that's pretty good. So, well, yes, actually they did. Well, no. 103.90. Make sure that's what we got filled for. 103.90. Yep. Okay, good. 103.90. So that is a rebalance. And we'll carry that down. I could do this all at one time, I guess, but we all have our things that drive each other crazy. I know some of y'all sitting there going, oh my God, well, he quit dragging that thing down. Just do it all at one time. I got you. All right, then we made a trade in our oil, UCO. What did we do there? We sold to close 1 stinking share. -1. And for 15.21, our trade price was 60.02. And we brought in a credit of 60.02. We brought in a credit of 60.01. They charged us a penny. I got to figure that algorithm out. So we can do this automatically, right? 60.01. We got to make that negative because it's a credit. Make sure that's right. It's negative Positive, negative, negative. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, heck, what am I doing? My mind goes blank sometimes. My colonoscopy is Monday, y'all. I think it's going to be first thing because they put the diabetics in first. So I'm thinking, now for those of y'all that have had one, I know Matt hadn't, he's too young, he's the baby. But I think I'll be ready to go, right? Or do y'all know if that's one of those things where, I mean, because I'm going to tell you something, they are going where no man has gone before. Y'all with me? I mean, I've never had one of these things. So this is a fresh new deal for me. And I just am not sure about how loopy I will feel afterwards. UCO, UGL is next, my bad. UGL. But I'm thinking we'll be able to go. We may be a few minutes late because I know I'm going to the Cracker Barrel after. So my doctor, that's what he told me to do. He said, Bob, go to the Cracker Barrel as soon as it's over since you won't have eaten in so long. So as soon as I get back from the Cracker, if I'm good enough to eat at the Cracker Barrel, surely to God, I'm good enough to come back here and do our session together. So we bought 5 shares, 21. The trade price on gold was $57.64. So we paid out $282.20. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. Here's the problem. I think I've told you, one of my uncles died of colon cancer. So there's a risk of my family of having colon cancer. So I don't want colon cancer. But at the same time, my other uncle, his brother, died having a colonoscopy. He died on the table, y'all. In the same month of April that I'm having mine. He died on April the 16th. What's today? 15th. In 2012. That's why I'm real nervous about that thing. Now, if I pass on to glory, please, y'all reach out to Beth and tell her how to do this stuff, right? I tried to talk to her about it this morning a little bit, and she was, well, you know. But she ain't going to be drawing any green monsters. Y'all help her out. UDAL, let's say -1, 140.25. 140.25. So 1 share. Oh, I got so nervous talking about that. Colonoscopy, I can hardly talk. Give me a second. That's like my proctologist doctor or whatever. What am I doing? 140, hold on. The first time I got the little finger thing that he did, I was like, woo! He said, after it's over, he said, no one has ever whistled while I have done that exam on him. He said, you are the first whistle that I ever got. I said, doctor, that wasn't a whistle. I said, that was a high-pitched scream. I thought he was going to fall on the floor. He laughed so much. 140.25. And I did. I screamed like a high school cheerleader, boy. I was not ready for that. 140.25. Quarter. Hold on a second. So we brought in a credit of 140.24. See, they charged us a penny. 140.24. So we say yes. Bring those down. But it's one of those things, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I was talking to my brother-in-law yesterday, and he's like 54, 55, and I told him, I got a colonoscopy. He said, oh, I ain't worried about that. And I thought, man, you got to be worried about stuff. You got to get your ticker checked out every now and then. You got to get your diabetes checked out every now and then. I mean, we got to do this stuff, y'all. We got to be around a while. I want y'all to take care of y'all's self. QRTY, what do we do there? We bought 1 share. 1. 15.21, and we bought that URTY share for 109.32. 109.32. This is going to be neat to see if this thing actually worked, right? See if we. So that was $109.32. They did not charge us a fee. Yeah, I'm just so happy though. Everything's going good in life. Life is so good. That's what my mama says. I talk to her every night. She goes, Bubba, that's what she calls me. She said, Bubba, life is good. Oh, and it really is. Okay, yeah, I guess it is. So y'all enjoy your life. URTY. So then we got AGQ. We're almost finished, y'all. AGQ. And AGQ, we bought 6 shares. Yep. 4/15/21. My mama's got a great outlook. I've told y'all about my mama, y'all. I love my daddy. Don't you get me wrong. But my mama, that's a good woman right there. There'd have been days we wouldn't have had no food to eat in the house. There hadn't been her working a second job as a waitress after she got out of the car factory and working at the pit stop in Bowden, Georgia as a waitress. Tired, bless her heart, just, filthy, had to, get herself cleaned up, the waitress. And she would bring home some tater wedges and occasionally some chicken livers and some fried chicken. And I thought I was on top of the world. I said, my mama has got a job that is feeding her little kids. And buddy, we ate them too. If y'all don't like chicken livers, friend, something ain't right. I try to get Beth to cook me some, but she's, my family, they don't eat seafood. Beth and the kids, they don't eat seafood. Heck, one of them's even allergic to shrimp or something. And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? I don't eat the good stuff. All they want is chicken nuggets. AGQ, ULE. We're almost finished. ULE, what did we do there? We sold 28 shares, y'all. I don't remember doing that. 28 shares on 4/15/21. Trade price was ULE 15.03. And we brought in a credit of $420.80. They charged us 4 pennies, them rascally rabbits. Uh-oh, got to make that negative, don't y'all check me on my signs. Or it'll mess it all up. Negative 420.80. Oh, I think y'all going to like one other thing that I put in the spreadsheet. Negative 420.80. Where's my negative? It keeps up with your profit and loss on all your positions. Y'all going to like it. I think you're going to like it. And I promise I'm going to try not to play with it anymore. I think I got it just like I like it. Y'all know I'll change it next week or tomorrow. Or I'll have a dream and Karen, the super trader, will pop into my head and we'll be making some kind of trade. All right, ULE. It's hard to keep me focused. So ULE, there it is. 2 more to go and we're done. And then we'll see what our spreadsheet says. So we're going a little long today. ULE, UBT. We sold 2 shares. Minus 2, 4, 15, 21. Trade price was 49.20. So we sold 2 shares. How much credit did we bring in? How many pennies did Goofy Tasty Works? They charged us a penny. 98.37 was the credit. Minus 98.37. Yes. Beth's on the phone to somebody. I always know she's talking gossip when she says, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. Oh, she just gets louder and louder. No, she didn't. No, they talk about somebody. No, she didn't. I love it. UBT. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. That was 49.20. Let me change that around. I think I did that wrong. 49.20. Pennies matter, y'all. 98.39 was the credit. 98.39. They charged a penny. All right. One more. Activity, UMDD. UMDD. Those are the mid caps. What did we do with there? We bought one share. Oh crap, getting the right thing. UMDD. We bought one share for $15.21 and we paid $156.01 for it. I shouldn't complain. They price improved me by 3 cents. Thank you, Tastyworks. So $156.01. So our credit was $156.01. They didn't charge me a penny. Or debit, I'm sorry, $156.01. We bought a share. I can hear Matt screaming right now. Bobby, you can do that also. I know. I got you. Let me go back to my activity. We did buy one share there. Okay. Woo! My little fingers is tired. All right. Let me save this. I don't want to lose anything we've done. All right. So I'm going to save this. Now I'm going to go back to the allocations and please say do nothing on all of them. Please don't tell me to do nothing else. Please. Now I got to sell a share. And why the crap would it tell me to do that? So something changed, right? Something, you know, Delta, IV rank, something must have changed. Something must have done something. I don't know. But now it tells us to sell one share. So we're really doing, it's telling me to buy one share on the URT. So we're just going to do it once a day. And we're not going to worry about, or once a week, or once a month, whatever your little thing is. Now, here's what's going to be interesting. And I'm almost scared to come over here to the AIM dashboard because I don't want the AIM dashboard to now freak out and to say, oh my gosh, now you got to sell 20 shares over here. You know, so let's see. I'm scared. I really am. Bobby, just man up. Just hit the button and go to the AIM dashboard so we can all see what happened. Here we go. Hold your breath. It's telling me to buy 11 shares of that. Hey, but look, the interesting thing is this. Here's what's cool, y'all. Watch. Look at this. So now, let's just make sure everything's right. Sum of B2 through B11. I'm going to change that to the sum of B2 through B13. Let's just look at our formulas. So here's the current stock prices of all of our stuff, including our little deals there, right? And then, let's see. So now our total of stock value, and now we're changing that to include, right? We're including our cash equivalents. We are at 35,313. Okay. So our last time we inputted this, we were at 37,190.66 on our portfolio value. Remember, it pulled it off of this, right? Pulls it off of the net lit. So let's go back and look at this. This is amazing. So how much did I say we needed to be in stocks? I said we needed to be 95%. And now we include these in the stocks, right? 95%. Our current cash is this, this minus this gives us 5% cash. That's where we need to be. Now let's go over and look. So our total here, total stock, including cash and securities, is the same thing as here. Now look at this, y'all. Now you and I have total cash and cash equivalents of $1,879. So is that 5% of the account? Let's see. Let's double check. Because I'm not good at math in my head. I can program it into a calculator, good. But let's go. If our idle cash is 1880 divided by our total portfolio of 37,190, then that's 5.3%. Can't get better than that. That's where we wanted to be, right? So I feel really good. Now we don't have our negative cash anymore. Everything looks good. Now, why is that saying buy 11 shares? Let's just look and see. Give me a second. If the lien of A13 is less than 4, so we know what it's looking for is whether that's a future, right? So it's not. So then if true, well, that's not true. Well, yeah, it is true. The lien of A13 is less than or equal to 4. So then the value of true, if M13 is blank, M13, All right, let's do that. Matt, how'd you show me how to do that? Double click. Dang it. Oh, it is M13. Hold on, let me make sure I did one more thing right. Hold on. AIM activity. Did I say yes, 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 yes on all of those? Yes, I did. And the one that's giving us a signal is on junk, where I sold 18. So it's saying sold 3 in a row. So it changed the governor down there. Let me go back to my AIM dashboard, junk. So M13 concatenate J13 round M13 shares. M13 concatenate J13 round 13 and to tell us contracts, or it should say share. So it's saying buy 11 shares. I will check that out. I'm going to check out why that's doing that, right? Figuring out what's happened. But apparently this is kind of cool, y'all. We've done some cool stuff today. We have rebalanced the account to 95% into our 12 underlyings. We are holding 5% cash. We will look at this again tomorrow, but so far that is a really smooth little move. Let's see how much we're up on the day on this again before we close her down. We were over 700, so we've given back a little bit of that today. So now with our new allocation, we're at 661. So let's see if we can overperform the market for the next day. I will share all of these trades in our Discord room today. And also, I think I'm going to go ahead and put the VIX hedge on at 120 days out by the 10 delta call of 0.025% of 0.25%, right? Not 2.5%, but 0.25% of the account value. Guys, are y'all's head swimming or is it just me? Matt, you probably can't talk. How you doing, buddy? Make sure everybody's fine. Anybody got any questions? All right, D, so I'm meeting with you tomorrow. If anybody needs this set up, here's what I want you to think. I want you to go, here are the things that are important to me. RSI, you know, anything that you want. I will build it to your specifications, okay? We will build your supercomputer, or we can keep it just like mine, right? It's working good so far. We don't know what it's going to do when the market, you know, crashes. But so far, we're outperforming the market. So we will build this for you. We'll weight it according to your specifications. I'll help you all with that. And I'm really looking forward to that. And if you have any questions on any other thing, I think with Matt, we're going to talk about broken wing butterflies and some things of that nature too. So you got all kinds of stuff that you can be doing. So hope y'all have a good rest of your day. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.